Welcome back, NFL fans. The Hate Watchmen are back after an overcorrection week 2. I am here, fireside location, with Tony Parlay to give us a little fireside chat with his QB analysis of week 2. Mr. Parlay, after your hyper-extensive QB tech analysis, throwing it through your machines and doing your algorithms and whatnot, who's the first QB that you're spitting out of your QB analyzer on this Saturday morning fireside chat?
Well, thank you for that introduction, Chris. After all the wonderful calculations and spreadsheets, pressing play, pressing pause, rewatching, watching, definitely an analysis by paralysis. I think it's the other way around too. Just want to throw that out there. But my first quarterback is Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is a very interesting test case to me because I want to see if the league actually knows how to evaluate quarterback play. 2 separate franchises have decided that Teddy Bridgewater is not a franchise quarterback. Minnesota, of course, there was the injury issues, but they just decided to move off from that guy despite like his leadership and everybody in the locker room believing in him and everything. And he was able to like make a comeback, and he was healthy for Minnesota at the end before they got rid of him. And then Carolina decided to take the gamble on him, and they brought Joe Brady in from LSU. They brought Matt Rule in from Baylor. They were actually trying to build something there. And then after one season in which I believe they had 10 losses by less than 6 points, so they were pretty much in every single game, they decided, and Christian McCaffrey, they missed 13 games, and they decided Teddy Bridgewater ain't it. We're moving off of him. We're going for Sam Darnold.
So I have 2 side questions for you, Tony, here. So with Teddy just making the jump where it seems like teams haven't really wanted to just solidify a role for him, have we gotten to a point in the NFL where instead of holding on to quarterbacks too long, now teams are just kicking these guys to the curb after, say, like 8 games during a season? I mean, the way that things are structured now with rookie contracts and some of these QB contracts, the punishment really isn't there to hold on to a quarterback. And so these teams, like, they're just sorting through these quarterbacks. My team is one of them. Do you think this is the current trend where teams are just cycling through these guys too fast now?
I would agree with that. I would agree with that assessment. I think Arizona Cardinals are pretty much like the blueprint there. They drafted Josh Rosen, and then after one season, they were just like, nope, not doing this. We're going after someone else. And so they went for Kyler Murray, and these teams just decided like, hey, like if this guy doesn't show you that he's a quarterback in the first season, then you can just get rid of him. And it doesn't really seem like a smart strategy as it definitely takes time to develop to become like a competent, complete passer in the NFL. And I think we're starting to see that this season with these quarterbacks and these changes of scenery like Sam Darnold and Teddy Bridgewater.
Brings me to my next question with Sam Darnold. Everybody has been kind of comparing him and Teddy Bridgewater, with kind of the factor being there in the Venn diagram, Christian McCaffrey. So now that Christian McCaffrey looks like he's going to be out with some significant time, how does that bode for Sam Darnold? Do you think he's going to be successful, or do you think he's going to go the path of Teddy Bridgewater?
I think he'll be a little bit better than Teddy Bridgewater was in Carolina. I just think that he might be a better fit for that vertical down the field throwing offense that Joe Brady wants to run. But I don't think that he's going to be like the answer. I don't think that he's a legitimate, like he's a quarterback that you can just like, doesn't matter what other injuries you have, he's going to go ahead and lead you to victory like these typical franchise quarterbacks are. I think he's more of a surrounding parts type quarterback.
Interesting. Well, you kind of mentioned your second quarterback on your QB analysis list here. Give us the results of your little QB analyzer. Spit out those results. Who's number 2 on your list, Tony?
Number 2 is Kyler Murray. It honestly, you feel stupid analyzing him because he's not like any other quarterback you've ever seen play. He's literally like a video game quarterback. Start, stop, makes guys miss on every play. And it's so hard to like, I don't even know how you would game plan for that because he's the fastest dude on the field at all times. he's got this arm that's insane. He makes throws that are just like, oh, okay, you're off platform. Oh, you're running, you stop. All of a sudden, bam, 40 yards downfield, just thread a needle, frozen rope. You're just like, how do you defend that? But the only downside is his size, and like, is his durability going to come in a factor? But he's amazing. He's literally, like, I've heard many people say, most exciting player to watch in the league. It's really hard to dispute.
Very exciting player to watch. I can tell you from a gambling perspective, Kyler Murray is he's different to watch. I'm used to Arizona. That consistently, that's the team. When you look at your spreads week in, week out, that you're able to easily just be like, yes, I know which way Arizona is going to go. That's been a really easy team over the years. And now Kyler Murray makes that not so easy. I have definitely gotten my ass handed to me on a few Cardinals games this year, thanks to Kyler Murray. So exciting to watch, devastating for betting.
Yes.
All right, Tony, give us your final number 3 on your QB analysis list. This is a little bit of a surprise. Tell us who you got at number 3.
I put Ben Roethlisberger at number 3. I really was interested to see what the Steelers were going to try and do, because they started out 11-0 last season, and then it really seemed like the book went out on them, and Roethlisberger was pretty limited in his ability to stretch the field and throw downfield, despite the weapons that he had with Chase Claypool and Deontay Johnson. And I thought, hey, maybe they're going to try something new. They brought in Matt Canada. He was like the offensive coordinator. That's going to be new, introduce all this pre-snap motion, maybe try and confuse the defense a little. Drafted Najee Harris from Alabama. And it's just, it's too late. It's over. There's nothing they can do. They cannot salvage him. He used to be able to be one of those quarterbacks that could hold onto the ball, let his players make plays downfield. I remember it was always like Antonio Brown catching some ridiculous bomb, but he cannot make any of those throws anymore. And like this last game against the Raiders was pretty evident that he's just not going to be able to be a legitimate quarterback in this.
There's definitely a time with Big Ben when, say, it would be like 3rd and 6, where you're like, yep, they're going to get this. They have Big Ben. They will get this, whether he makes the pass or he just straight runs this ball. And now 3rd and 6 looks like they're not going to get it. It's basically write this team off. They're not going to be able to get that 6 yards. Was Chase Claypool the wrong decision here for the Steelers? Should they have gone a different route?
I don't know. I don't know if Chase Claypool was the wrong decision, because I mean, he still can make amazing plays, even with like Roethlisberger being so limited. I just don't know if Najee Harris was the right decision for them, because I don't know if he can be that difference maker in the passing game like Dalvin Cook or Christian McCaffrey. And that seems to be what they will need, is short dump off passes to move the chains and keep that game close with the defense.
All right. Well, Tony, that was your QB analysis. This nice little fireside chat here on a Saturday morning, giving us some spicy QB takes. Where can the folks find you when we're not sitting here by the fireside? Where can they find you on the Twitter?
At Tony Parlay. You can find me there.
All right. And do you have a website to plug for us as well?
TonyParlay.com. TonyParlay.com, baby.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mr. Parlay. This was Tony Parlay's QB analysis. Join us next week, where we'll have 3 new QBs for you after week 3. Hopefully things go a lot better on the gambling realm. And then, check out our other videos here on the Hate Watchmen feed. And see you around next time.